Today we're speedrunning The Visitor Massacre at Camp Happy, and not gonna lie, this game is traumatizing. Watch at your own risk. Now our speedrun starts as soon as we click play, and we got a small cutscene watching our little guy eat through those words. Until then, we see this group of friends. Some of the friends are gonna go on a hike, while one person decides to stay back in the tent because they think they'll be safer there, but they are very, very wrong. And you'll see our guy, who's the visitor. Now what the visitor has to do is eat certain animals in a specific order, that way we can get through all the puzzles of this game. Like you'll see right there, I got that turtle, that way I could go through the water, then I eat a bird, that way I can fly, and after that we get a little bigger by eating that warthog before coming over here and eating our first person in this tent. So yeah, this game is actually super cool of how they set up these puzzles, and we're going to be using some pretty smart solutions. So for right here, I'm going to head up here because we're small enough to be able to go on that log, and we're going to get that squirrel thing, which allows us to go through things like trees a lot easier. Then we can come up here, we're going to get this warthog that will make us big enough to then eat this bird, which makes us able to fly. We can come over to the left, there's going to be a turtle, we'll take the swimming ability, and also right now, for some reason, that turtle gives you a lot of speed boost, so we're able to just kind of really go fast by using our charge attacks, but we're going to want to get bigger, still be amphibious, and come over here, eat that creature before coming back. And from here, we're pretty much just going right back to this spot because we need to eat a couple of these mice, which are going to make us smaller and able to go across the other log. Like I said, figuring out the puzzles, being able to do it, and then we take this guy out, completely destroy his head. But now for our next person who's behind all of those trees, we got another visitor coming down, and for this one, first of all, I'm going to want to be heading down here where we're going to eat this fish, being able to get our swimming power up. Then we want to come over here, there's going to be a bird, and of course we're going to try to eat him. These birds are some of the most annoying creatures to deal with, but finally we get him after a couple of dashes, and with that we can then come up in towards the left where there's going to be one of these warthogs that's going to give us some size, and then we can come down over here, another warthog, which makes us even bigger so we can take out this bird before then going over to this animal, taking a couple mice so we get smaller, and then falling off. We don't have to talk about that, but then we'll go across that, be able to finally go through these trees and completely take out this dude where we take his heart out. That does not look fun. So it's time for our third group of people, where this time it's someone who's just swimming. We're gonna spawn over here. So first of all, I'm heading over to the left. There's gonna be this squirrel, so I also have to deal with this bird and make sure it doesn't try to attack me. The bird's just very annoying, but we can use our powers to go through those bushes, take that to become a little bit bigger before then we can get a turtle and go through the sea. There's gonna be that guy who's trying to deal with me, but we don't have to worry about him. Instead, we can go take this warthog. Now we're more than big enough to eat that guy back, then go get this bird, which was really annoying at the beginning, and we're just a huge flying creature at this point, so there's really nothing any of these guys can do to us. All we have to do is take a couple of these mice, so now we're really small, and we can also go through bushes until we finally take this fish, and then we can swim. It's kind of adorable looking at our guy swimming. He looks like he's actually not a terrifying creature, he's just a fish. Until finally we make it over to this part where we're gonna drag this lady down, and I actually feel kind of bad about that one. I'm sorry. But next group of people, it's another person who's just staying in their tent. Really not the best idea, I'm not gonna lie. And we're right by them, but we don't have water powers. So first of all, I have to ignore this warthog. That guy is gigantic, and we're going to be heading down. There's also going to be this raccoon. I will just try to get past him, actually get a little boost of speed by him hitting us. We can take this warthog, so then we're big enough to go back to that raccoon. And yeah, that's what you get for attacking me, man. Making me lose blood. That's not supposed to happen. So we're heading back up here, and since we have the raccoon powers, we can now go through this tree stuff. And with that power, we want to go even more to the left, where we're going to see a couple mice, and we only have to eat one of them to become small enough to be able to go on these logs again. And we can use all our powers together to then come over here. There's going to be a turtle, but first we have to take care of this warthog, then take him so we get our water powers, and all we have to do from here is just make our way back to the person. There's a lot more animals we could take out, but they're just distractions. We do not have to worry about them. We're going straight to this dude. There goes his head. Unlucky way to die. So next up, we have this lady who thinks she's very safe. She should be in a safe spot, but as you've seen throughout this game, she's not going to be safe for long. Now this is kind of an annoying section where this squirrel is in a very stupid spot, so I'm trying to get him over there. Okay, perfect. And then we want to go behind him and then grab him from behind. That way we can start going through trees, go up here and get this warthog. Then we see these mice. We do not want to take them at all. We will want to be smaller later, but not for now. Instead, we're going to get rid of that bird so we don't have to deal with him, and then go back to our squirrel. So yes, I do have to do this a second time, but hopefully it will be a little bit better. We're just going to go over there. This guy's a little bit too close to the mice, and unfortunately, we also got a bit smaller. Okay, we're actually going to have to go to the left really quick. Luckily, all we have to do is just take that warthog warthog, we're back to normal size. Anyways, with the size and the abilities we have, we can now come down here where we're going to take care of that turtle. There's a whole new section with that guy just completely blocking off that log. Not sure why he's doing that so much, but we're going to come up here. There's going to be a bird perfect for flying, and after that we can just get a bit more size by taking care of that warthog, getting rid of that dude, and everything's perfect for us. All we have to do at this point is just get a little bit smaller. So I will take mouse number 1 and then take mouse number 2. We're nice and small. And finally we can go up to this lady, take care of her, just take off her legs, and then she gets stabbed in the heart. That is not a fun way to die, I'm not gonna lie. Now next up, there's someone who's just sleeping in this tent, so honestly could be worse ways to die. So we're gonna spawn right here, and first of all we have to dodge this bird, then dodge this other guy, dodge the warthog. There's just so much that's trying to take us out. I mean, to be fair, I can't really blame them. I'm trying to kill them too, but they don't have to do that, you know what I'm saying? We also have to dodge this man. There's so many people we have to dodge, but we'll come up here until we finally get our fish power so we can actually go through the sea before then coming back down here. And that guy, I will not have to deal with you very soon, because we're gonna come over here where there's gonna be a squirrel. We can just go right behind him so he doesn't try to escape. Then we want to dodge this guy, just make sure he's not able to hit us, and go back through these trees. And with the ability to go through trees, we can easily come up here where there's going to be this warthog. That's going to give us some nice size. So we can come down and to the right where there's going to be a bunch of raccoons. We're going to take out all 3 of them. We're going to dodge this dude and then go up to this rat, which we just want to eat so we become small enough. And I do want to be careful here not to fall off. That was actually perfect. So we can make our way to this bird, just take him out extremely easily, and now we can fly. So all that's left that we have to do is come up into the left. We're going to see this warthog that we took care of earlier, but there is going to be a respawning one there. We can get rid of some of those birds and then take out this guy in his tent. That was a lot of ketchup there. Yeah, just ketchup, not blood, probably. Now there's going to be this guy who's just making a hot dog by the fire, thinking he's having a great day, but great days cannot last long when I'm here. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to start by coming down into the right until we make our way over here. There's going to be a squirrel. We want to take care of him from behind so then we can go through trees. And then we'll come up here where you'll see there's this whole pond and also a very convenient spot where we can grab this fish and then get our water powers. Now from here, we want to go down into the left, making sure we do not hit that raccoon. There's going to be another one right here. We just want to dodge out of the way so we can grab this warthog before going back, getting rid of that raccoon and getting our water powers back. Now from here, we're going to head upwards. There's going to be a turtle and another warthog. So now we're pretty big. And then we'll start heading up and to the right until we see all these guys. We want to take care of that bird. That guy actually had the greatest shot on me ever, but we do get our flying powers, so it doesn't really matter. And we take out the guy, then his face goes and gets hit by the fire. Unlucky for him. Now we're on to our second to last person. This person is just chilling in the pool. They're trying to enjoy their vacation. They're not going to enjoy it for very long because I'm heading over to the left first of all, and we see this huge maze of trees, but the only thing we're worrying about is getting this warthog first and then going over to that bird. This bird actually thinks it has a chance against me. It was trying to attack me. It was not a good idea because now we got our flying powers, so we can head back over towards the right, get rid of that warthog. It doesn't really matter. We don't really care about him one way or the other, but I do want to get rid of this raccoon and then get this mouse. So I do have to worry about this bird. The bird is being super annoying, but we are able to grab that guy and we just have to make our way. Oops, accidentally fell off. It's very easy to fall off those chasms if you're not careful, but we'll grab this warthog again. That way we get a bit bigger. Before heading down here, there's going to be a turtle so we can get our water powers until we make our way to another one of these mazes. This time it's a water maze with a lot of things trying to take us out, but all we're worrying about is this warthog. It makes us gigantic and we can also move extremely quickly in this water. For some reason, it just gives you tons of boosts. And from here, we take out that guy's tent, take him out as well, and I'm sure he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. So now it's time for the very last human that we have to murder in this game. And this one is also a pretty cool level. So it starts out with us having to go over to the left, ignoring this guy. Then we got to get this bird up. And I actually did that perfectly. Usually I at least get hit once or twice, but that was really good. Now from here, there are going to be all these birds. They are way too big for us to eat, so I'm just not going to worry about them. We'll fly our way through until we make it over here where there's going to be this squirrel. And you already know we want him, so we can go through these trees. And with him, we can head upwards. There's going to be this warthog. And with that size, of course, we can take this flying power so we can start heading back. Now from here, we can just fly anywhere we want. So we're just going to keep going over this place until we see this raccoon, take him out. And from here, we're heading over to the right. There's going to be a couple of these bigger logs and a turtle that's right there. Perfect for us. So we got a swimming power. And with that, we can then head down into the right, get a little bit bigger, also eat this squirrel. That way we can go through trees, eat this bird. That way we can fly, finally eat this guy. That way we can swim and go up to our boy, explode him from his stomach. So we'll end off time as soon as we see this screen, and that's 12:35. Or also for in-game time, it's 9:42, so sub 10. And that means we got world record, so I'm pretty proud of it. Alright, subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye.